My sister made me permanently crippled and now they want me to forgive her. It started like any other evening. I was at school late, preparing for an upcoming exam. Maggie was supposed to pick me up, like she always did when Dad was too busy. She was my older sister, my role model, the one who always seemed so bold and confident. But sometimes, she made reckless decisions. When I called her to let her know I was ready, her voice sounded off. I could hear loud music in the background, and her words were slurred. "I'll be there in 5 minutes, kiddo," she said with a laugh. "Maggie, are you drunk?" I asked, panic creeping into my voice. "I'm fine," she said, brushing me off. "Don't worry about it." I didn't know what to do. Part of me wanted to stay at school and call Dad, but I didn't want to get Maggie in trouble. When she pulled up in front of the school, headlights glaring, I hesitated. She rolled the window down, grinning at me like nothing was wrong. "Come on, kiddo, let's go," she said, patting the passenger seat. "Maggie, you shouldn't be driving," I said, my heart racing. "Relax, I'm fine, just get in." Against my better judgment, I got in the car. I thought I could keep her calm, maybe convince her to pull over. The smell of alcohol hit me immediately, sharp and sour, and I clutched my seatbelt tightly as she sped off into the night. "You don't have to drive like this," I said softly, trying not to sound panicked. "We can pull over. I'll call someone to come get us." "I've got this," she said, her voice strained. The roads were dark and empty, but her hands weren't steady on the wheel. She swerved once, then overcorrected, the car jerking sharply. "Maggie, slow down," I yelled. "I'm fine," she snapped, but her voice was shaky. The crash happened so fast. One moment, I was gripping the door handle, begging her to stop. The next, there was a blinding light, the screech of tires, and the deafening crunch of metal. Everything went black. When I woke up in the hospital, I couldn't feel my legs. The doctors explained that my spine had been crushed in the accident. I would never walk again. Maggie was there when I opened my eyes, her face pale and streaked with tears. She reached for my hand, but I pulled away. "I'm so sorry," she whispered. "I didn't mean for this to happen." I couldn't look at her. "You knew better," I said, my voice trembling. "You knew, Maggie, and you still did it." She cried harder, but I couldn't bring myself to comfort her. She was my big sister, the person I trusted the most, and she destroyed my life in a single reckless moment. In the weeks that followed, Maggie stayed by my side, trying to help me through recovery. She pushed my wheelchair, cooked meals, and apologized endlessly. But every time I saw her, all I could think about was the crash and the life I'd lost because of her choices. One night, she broke down completely. "I don't know how to make this right," she sobbed. "I'll never forgive myself for what I did to you." "Good," I said quietly, "because I don't know if I'll ever forgive you either." Her face crumpled, but she didn't leave. She stayed, wiping her tears, silently helping me get ready for bed. Over time, my anger began to fade, though it never fully disappeared. I started to see that Maggie wasn't the confident person I'd always thought she was. She was broken, too, haunted by guilt she couldn't escape. One evening, as she wheeled me to the dinner table, I finally spoke. "I don't forgive you," I said softly. "Not yet, but I don't hate you." Her hands froze on the wheelchair handles. For a moment, she didn't say anything. Then she whispered, "That's enough, I'll take that." It wasn't forgiveness, but it was a start.